people talk about space, you normally don't think of India. Instead, we look at the United States and Russia, and they have achieved some cool stuff. But that was 50 years ago now. And finally, after all that time, there's new countries doing space. First, let's talk about the Indian Gaganyaan program, one that aims to send humans to space by just 2023. So far, the only Indian in space is Rakesh Sharma, who flew on a Soyuz rocket in the 1980s. But now, India wants to send astronauts on their own rocket to space. They'll do this with the GSLV MK3 rocket, the pride and joy of the Indian space program. Looking at the stats and stuff of this rocket, we can see that it's 43.3 meters high, or about 142 feet. At liftoff, it weighs about 640 tons. As for payload, it can carry about 8 tons to low Earth orbit and then 4 to geosynchronous orbit. Put on top of the GSLV will be the Gaganyaan orbiter. There are two main modules to the orbiter. The service module, which keeps all of the important stuff like communications and storage in it, and then the crew module, which will be taking the actual astronaut into space. Right now, the plan is to do an unmanned rehearsal in the second half of 2022, and after that, next year, in 2023, we'll do a manned mission. However, with recent troubles, that timeline is likely to change. The program will involve sending 2 to 3 astronauts to space for about 7 days. If Gaganyaan is successful, then it will prove that India can now get to space, something that might secure Israel a bit more funding in the future. In conclusion, I think that the Gaganyaan program is a really important step for India in securing its place as a true space superpower. I'll definitely be crossing my fingers for Israel on this one.